If you are a content creator or a business owner who's been struggling to decide if you want to niche down, this video should be pretty helpful to you. What's up guys, it's Hannah. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited to be talking to you about niches because I feel like this is a topic that's talked about a lot, but it's like super controversial and kind of annoying. I don't know if that was a good sell, but here we go. So I feel like I've always heard that you need to have like some super hyper specific niche in order to grow your YouTube channel or your Instagram page. As a real person, it's very, very hard to actually do that because you're putting yourself in such a small box that you feel like your personality cannot shine through in any way at all. Creating one specific topic of content is exhausting and it's really unsustainable. So the problem with niching down and being super specific on the type of content that you create is that your content ideas will run out and you will get tired of making that type of content. If you watch anyone who is super hyper specifically niched like Catherine Manning, they will tell you do not niche down like they did. They put themselves in a box and it's very frustrating to try to get out of that box. Whatever you're talking about, you will probably outgrow and your subscribers will outgrow it as well. So take me for example, if I were to just focus on Etsy seller tips for beginners, that would be a very specific niche and a lot of people might click on those videos. But once they've clicked on those videos, watched them and tried to implement those strategies, if their Etsy shop starts growing, they don't want that kind of content anymore. Then you have subscribers who have outgrown you as a channel if you still try to make Etsy tip for beginner videos. On top of that, if you just make one specific type of video because you think that's what's gonna get clicks and that's what's gonna get views, you'll probably just end up making talking head videos that people are honestly not interested in you for. They're just interested in the information. That means they may not even subscribe to your channel because they're not interested in you. They just want the info you're giving them. Instead of niching down and trying to educate, what you need to do is start trying to target one specific person. So I'm sure you've heard of a target audience before or a target audience persona, and that's honestly what we're gonna talk about today. So I feel like people just start talking about target audiences and say, you need to figure out who yours is, and that's where we end it. I was a marketing major in college, and honestly, that's pretty much where we stopped. We were like, know your target audience, move on. So that's kind of an issue because it's kind of a difficult thing to think about. And when you're really kind of going through this crisis with your content creation, you may feel like if you start trying to target just one person, then you're basically talking to no one, but that's just not true. Obviously, when you make a target audience persona and you choose one person that you're going to target, that one person is not real. They're not going to be out there, but pieces of that target audience persona will be out there in different people. And that's who you're gonna reach when you start making the type of content that that person wants to see. So let's start talking about some examples of target audience personas, how to develop yours, and how to use that to grow your following. Okay, so the first thing you wanna do is think about who do you want to be seeing your content. This may not be a person that you know. You might not be targeting your best friend. Usually when you're making content, the person that you're targeting is either someone very similar to yourself or someone who's on a similar path to what you've been down before. So if we were to take my YouTube channel, for example, and say, right now, I feel like I'm really too focused on Etsy shop tips. I need to be targeting a person more than just someone who's starting on Etsy. So I'm actually gonna create a name for my target audience persona. I'm going to think about their age, what they do for a job, what their pain points are, and what they enjoy. You can get really deep into this and start talking about like demographics, their income, all that stuff. But I think as long as you really nail down the main points, you don't need to dive super deep into this as a content creator. So let's call my target audience persona Molly. I think the best way to do this is basically write a bio for your target audience persona. So I'm basically writing an about me for Molly. So I got my iPad out, I'm on GoodNotes. I'm gonna try to write a little bit about Molly. Okay, so what I have here, let me just read it for you. Molly is a 27-year-old college graduate who's been working a 9-to-5 since she got out of school. She is starting her family and would like to spend more time with them rather than time at work. She has a passion for creating but does not know how to monetize her platforms. She enjoys affordable style, thrifting. She enjoys affordable style, a good cup of coffee, traveling, and going thrifting. So if Molly is who I want to target, do you see how I could take my content and then make content based on what she would like to see? So instead of just making videos on Etsy tips for beginners, I could also make content that's a little bit more entertaining and allows my target audience to get to know me a little bit better personally. Keeping Molly in mind, I could make a video or a post on Instagram about thrifting and flipping that to make some money, steps that I'm taking to quit my full-time job, how to make money off of a YouTube channel before you get monetized, and even vlogs about like balancing my full-time job with my side hustle. And all of that doesn't mean that I would stop making Etsy tip videos, but that means that I could also mix that type of content in so that I'm not only targeting people who are looking to create an Etsy shop, but I'm also targeting my very core target audience who wants to quit their job and needs a little bit of help doing that. So creating a target audience persona is really going to help you get more content ideas and build a closer relationship with your followers. So this works for more than people who just like give tips on YouTube. So I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm a big Disney person. I love Disney World. We go all the time, and I actually have a Disney Instagram page. And on my vlog channel, I post so many Disney YouTube videos. So if you're into Disney, definitely go check that out. But I could also use a target audience persona for an account like that. So for my Disney account, I would actually say that I have 2 target audience personas that I try to keep in mind when I make content. The first one is Kate. So Kate is a 26-year-old college graduate. She loves Disney, casual style, and a good cup of coffee. She gets to Walt Disney World 1 to 2 times a year and loves bringing the magic home with her when she can't be at the parks. She loves planning her next Disney trip or her Disney outfits at home, but does wish that one day her and her family could move to be closer to the parks. So if I'm trying to market to Kate, I relate to her so much. I only get to go to Disney about 1 to 2 times a year, and I have to make Disney content at home to try to bring the magic with me. So for my content, I could actually make tutorials on how I edit my pictures to make it look like I'm at Disney, or how to do a Disney photo shoot in your backyard. I could also do a series on like making Disney parks foods at your house. And then if I wanted to, I could also really get into monetizing your social media platforms and monetizing those Disney YouTube channels and Instagram platforms so that you could make money to potentially move down to Disney World. The second target audience persona that I would like to target with this Instagram account would be Emily. So Emily is a 28-year-old mom of 2, and her kids are little. They are under 3 years old, and she just wants to take them to Disney World for the very first time. Her and her family have never been to Disney World, and they just need some help planning their trip, knowing where to take the kids, and honestly how to save a little bit of money when they're going to Disney World for the first time. They need to know when to go, what to pack, and what to do when they're there. So if I'm targeting Emily, I will actually talk about more park tips than I would if I were targeting Kate. Kate knows the parks she's been. Emily does not know the parks, and she doesn't know which parks would be best for her kids. So I'm gonna make that type of content to really appeal to Emily. Now, I can use both of those target audience personas on my one account. I just need to know that every post is not gonna hit both of those people. Usually when someone goes to Disney World, they will return to Disney World at some point. So if I can grab the attention of Emily on her first trip and she remembers me and my personality and my account, then when she goes back to Disney World the next time, she's gonna watch my stuff and my content again. So there is value in having more than one target audience persona. If you're trying to make a target audience persona for your account, you need to really think about who you're targeting, how old they are, what their interests are, and mainly what their pain points are. What can you help them with? Is it education? Is it entertainment? It needs to be a little bit of both. This is just a really good way to really start diversifying your content that you make and who you're speaking to. It's gonna help you build a relationship with your audience that you would not be able to build if you were just sitting there doing tip videos and not showcasing your personality at all. So try to let your target audience in, try to provide some entertainment because they are going to love you for you, and that's what's gonna grow your your account, not a super hyper specific niche. You'll have more content ideas, stronger connections to your audience, and honestly, I think you'll love doing it so much more. My battery died. So that's gonna be it for today's video. If you found that helpful, please give it a thumbs up because it helps my channel so much. Thank you guys so much for watching, and look forward to some more entertaining and personal content coming soon.